thanks for your comments on the last video. We're really glad that you liked it. Now in this video, we're going to talk about why you might overthink your golf swing and how you can fix it. So there's normally two types of golfers that are doing this. The first is someone that's overthinking because they're just trying to get their swing perfect. So they're trying to do too much and they're trying to get everything right. And the second type of golfer is the overthinker who basically has no idea what they're doing wrong. So they're just trying anything and everything and seeing what sticks. So if you're the first type of overthinking golfer who's basically just trying to get everything perfect on every single swing, really what's required is a change of mindset. So you understand that golf is a very imperfect game. There's going to be bad shots and you're going to make bad swings. You only need to watch the pros on the TV and see that they're doing that as well. So really what you need to do is try and get a swing thought that's going to get you maybe 3/4 of the way to what you want. So finding a swing cue or a swing thought that gets you lots of the benefits, but of course keeps it simple and down to just one swing thought. And it's really common anyway that a lot of your swing thoughts won't be giving you any benefits anyway. So you're just really thinking them for no reason. And if you're the second type of golfer who overthinks things basically because you don't know what you're doing wrong, so you just try anything and everything, again for you, the really important thing is to find a swing thought that's going to get you most of the way there. So it's going to get rid of most of your problems with just one simple swing thought. And we're going to take you through that process now with Jamie.
If you're having trouble with your golf swing, you're constantly overthinking, have a look at our website or download our app where you can find free test videos for you to try out on the green. Visit the link below where you can find out more information. But for now, let's get back to Scott and Jamie.
So we're going to introduce my cameraman Jamie in a moment. Jamie's an amateur golfer, shoots around between 100, 110, sometimes more. And we're going to go through his process and how we can help him with overthinking his game. Jamie, would you say that's fair? You're inconsistent, maybe overthinking your swing sometimes?
Yeah, most definitely, Scott, most definitely. Yeah, I shoot at least 110, 120.
Yep.
Always overthinking things. I don't know whether it's some days my grip, don't know if it's the way I hit the ball, the way I swing the club. That's all running through my mind every time I'm setting up to the tee or set up to a ball. It might be in a bit of rough, it might be in the bunker or whatever, and it's really just trying to, I try and think through the motions a little bit too much maybe.
Yeah, it definitely sounds like you've got a lot going on in your mind when you're hitting the shots. So why don't we go ahead, we'll hit a few shots and we'll see if we can simplify this for you and stop you overthinking your shots.
Perfect.
Okay Jamie, so we know that you're overthinking your shots, so we need to establish which part of impact it is that's wrong, that's causing your bad shots, and then we can go all in, focus in on trying to fix that bit, so then you haven't got a million different things that you're trying to do. So we're going to hit a shot now. I'm just going to spray the club to see where you're hitting the ball in the face, where your impact location is, and then maybe we'll fix that. So Jamie, when you was hitting that shot, what was going through your mind? What were you thinking?
I was thinking about mainly just where I'm going to hit the ball on the actual club face, because the spray being on the club face itself, it sort of gave me that main focus to think about instead of everything else.
So now we know like where you was hitting the ball was off centre on the hill, and that was causing you bad shots. So obviously some of them are going to go out to the right, some of them will scuttle across the floor. And when you get it out the middle, obviously you're getting some with a little bit extra distance on them. So hitting that hill, sometimes you'll be inconsistent because you won't know how far the ball's going to go as well. Yeah. So having hit that shot, we can see that obviously your impact location was a little bit off, and that's what's causing the inconsistency in your shots. So everything we do is going to be focused around trying to improve that, get that contact to be a little bit more centre. That's what's going to make you more consistent. And can you see how by focusing maybe on just that one thing, we're simplifying things, so you're not having to overthink as much.
Yeah.
So now, and this is the tough bit, is we've got to find the swing thought or what's called like the cue to help you hit the ball more in the centre, more often. Yeah, that's going to take a little bit of practice, a little bit of experimenting to find out what's best for you to make sure that you're able to do that. So can you see there how well we've helped Jamie get his swing thoughts down to just one thing that he's focused on, and that's really going to help him with his overthinking. So Jamie, we're going to try and find the right swing thought for you now, the right swing cue. So if you line up to that ball, the most typical and most common sort of swing thought that people use is what we call like an internal swing thought. So if you swing back and stop, that might be someone trying to fix their wrist position or turn their shoulders in a different way to try and influence that impact location. And as much as it's probably the most common way of doing it, it's actually not the most effective. So what we're going to try and do is something slightly different, which is called an external focus, where all you're trying to do is focus on the outcome that you want, which of course is hitting it a little bit more central on the club face, yeah? So I don't want you even thinking about what your wrists are doing, what your hips are doing, your stance, your grip, anything like that. I literally just want you thinking about trying to strike that ball in the middle of the face. Just think about the outcome that you want.
Yep.
Should we hit a shot?
Let's hit a shot.
Let's go for it. So one practice swing, making sure that club's coming through the right line so you can get your contact to be in the centre. And then if you're ready, go ahead and hit your shot. Not bad. Still a little bit out of the heel, that one?
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got to find a better cue to make that work better for you. As I promised at the start of the video, here's my pro tip that I use in my own game to improve my impact location, and I call it calibrate and exaggerate.
Scott, can you show me what you mean?
Yeah, of course. So by the calibrate part, what I mean is where, you know, if you're hitting it, say, 1 inch off centre onto the heel,
Yeah.
that you can just sort of recalibrate and aim 1 inch off to the toe, and that can offset it and then obviously get you back in the centre.
Okay.
Does that make sense? So obviously the goal is to hit it in the middle, but if you're accidentally hitting it 1 inch into the heel, by aiming 1 inch to the toe, sometimes that just recalibrates things back into the centre.
And is that a shift of feet that you're doing there to recalibrate it, or?
No, it's basically like a shift of intention. So instead of trying to hit it in the middle, you're trying to hit it an inch out of the toe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I'm more thinking about trying to hit it out the toe than I am out of the centre when I'm doing my swing.
Exactly. Sometimes that's enough. You just sort of recalibrate, but sometimes you need to exaggerate. And what that means is basically to create that 1 inch of change. So if you hit it 1 inch in the heel, to create that 1 inch of change into the centre, sometimes you need to exaggerate and aim, say, 2 inches outside of centre. Does that make sense?
It makes sense.
Yeah, so sometimes we're calibrating, we're just moving, we're aiming 1 inch off centre to get 1 inch of change. Sometimes we're exaggerating, which means we're having to aim 2 inches off centre to get the 1 inch of change.
Brilliant.
So let me hit a shot for you.
Please.
So I'm going to try and hit as central as I can on this. Then up. Doosh.
Look at that.
Then up. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. We really enjoyed making it for you. I know how frustrating golf can be when you've got so many things going around in your head, so many swing thoughts. So I hope this video has given you some clarity and helped to reduce your overthinking and simplify things for you. Sometimes it is the simple things that are the best, and just focusing sometimes on the outcome that you're trying to get, like maybe your impact location or whatever you need to improve. Sometimes them simple things are the most effective, and like I said, they can get you most of the way to your goal without having to try too many different things. And if you did like this video, make sure to like the video, subscribe to our channel, and leave any comments below for any future videos that you want to see. See you guys next time.